Here are my 5 delicious recipes using shrimp. There are 4 main ways you can buy your shrimp. I like the easy peel shrimp when I'm short on time and when I want to keep the tails intact. Otherwise, you can choose shrimp that has been peeled and deveined. This is a great convenience product, but not my first pick. You can even get your shrimp straight off the boat with the heads on and all. That's going to be your most budget-friendly way to get your shrimp, but it requires the most work. Finally, you can get your shrimp fully cooked. But why? Shrimp also comes in a variety of sizes. A good rule of thumb is the larger the shrimp, the more expensive it's going to be. The most common in the smaller variety is a medium shrimp, and that's about 36 to 40 per pound. These are best for things like sautés and stir fries. Next is the large. This is probably my go-to size. You get about 26 to 30 per pound. This size is great as a standalone protein or served in something. They're great for things like shrimp boils and my favorite, for po' boys. And then you've got your big boys, which are your jumbos or your extra large. These are gonna be about 16 to 20 per pound. This is great when it's the standalone main entree for your meal. I'm gonna use these for grilling today. There's one even bigger than this that's known as a colossal shrimp. Those are a little harder to come by, plus mama ain't got that kind of money. I'm gonna first thread them onto some water-soaked skewers. This is a perfect way to grill for entertaining. You can prep them ahead of time, and then they only take about 5 minutes to cook when your guests are there. I love meals like this that require so few ingredients. All I'm gonna do is simply oil, salt, and pepper my shrimp, and then make a good basting sauce with honey and chili garlic sauce. You wanna get your grill or your grill pan nice and hot because these do not take long to cook, and you do wanna get that good caramelization on the outside. Come on, that looks so good. Hit it with a little cilantro and a squeeze of lime, and this is the perfect light supper. Next up is one of my favorite summer appetizers, a little pickled shrimp. This is probably a southern thing, but if you're not from the South, you gotta try this. When you prepare your shrimp for pickled shrimp, I like to peel and devein them, but leave the tail on. That way you have a little holder so that you can bite it and then discard. I have a great little trick when it comes to peeling and deveining your shrimp. Pull out your pair of kitchen shears. This makes it so easy. Once you've split it open with the scissors, you can just use the tip to scrape out that beautiful stuff. Now that it's deveined, it makes it super easy to just peel the shell off. We're gonna start by making that delicious pickling liquid. We're just gonna add everything to a big bowl, starting with the onion. For a little kick, I like to add a thinly sliced Fresno chili. You could also do a jalapeno or just some crushed red chilies. What the heck, I'm gonna add both. I'm feeling spicy. I'm gonna add some capers for that salty brininess, sliced lemon, zest of a lemon, and then a lot of lemon juice. Apple cider vinegar and olive oil. And finally, celery seed. This has so much flavor and acid into it. It's gonna finish cooking the shrimp similar to ceviche. We're gonna give them a head start by boiling them in some Old Bay. After 2 minutes, we drain it and add it to the marinade. The marinade is pretty cold, so it's going to stop the cooking on these shrimp. We're gonna cover it and refrigerate it overnight or for at least 8 hours. Take a look at these pickled shrimp that have been in the refrigerator for a while. So I wish you could smell this, taste it. You have to make this. One way I love to serve them is to keep them in your fridge in a large jar or something like this. Then you can just stick a fork in it and people can grab what they want. It's the perfect way to serve these pickled shrimp at a party. The vinegar and the lemon juice are so bright, it's a burst of flavor in your mouth. These are so good. They're just good to keep in your fridge and have a little snack every time you go by. I love eating shrimp that I actually peel myself. It just makes it fun. It makes eating shrimp an experience. And nothing says summertime shrimp better than a shrimp boil. And I'm gonna share with you my secret ingredient. Throw in some Brussels sprouts in there. These absorb all that good shrimp boil liquid. Tell them you learned it from me. We have a small crowd today, so I'm just starting it in a big Dutch oven on the stove. You add in your ingredients in the order in which they cook. So you wanna start with the things that are gonna take the longest to cook. I also add the sausage in the beginning because it adds great flavor. So our potatoes and sausage have been cooking for a little bit, and now I'm gonna add in the corn and the Brussels sprouts. At this point, you've got about 10 to 15 minutes left. You don't wanna add your shrimp until you're just about ready to eat. I've got the table set, and I'm ready for the boiled shrimp. So we're gonna add it in along with some lemons, give it just a few minutes, and I'm going to get a cold beer. A little finishing touch, a drizzle of melted butter. That's what I'm talking about. Half the fun is using your hands. Let me show you the easiest way to peel and eat the shrimp. To me, the easiest way to start is to pinch the tail and pull it off. Then grab the little legs, and the rest just comes right off. Shrimp is so much better than lobster. I think it's way underrated. So good. I'm gonna need y'all to add some Brussels sprouts to your next boil. Crawfish, shrimp, crab, whatever. This right here is the perfect bite. Now when you hear the word shrimp, the first thing that should come to your mind is simple. It is super easy to prepare. We've already established that, but probably the easiest way is to roast it. You can roast your shrimp on the stove in a skillet or in the oven, depending on how much you want to make. The key thing to remember is high heat. All right, our skillet's nice and hot. Garlic and chilies are in there. Now we just add our shrimp. Dinner's on the table in less than 5 minutes. We're gonna finish this off with some cold butter and lemon juice and serve it over pasta. Dinner is served. Medium shrimp are the perfect ones to use here because they're good in bite size, and I went ahead and peeled them fully so that you can just put it on a fork and go. The best things in life are just simple. It's time to make fried shrimp at home. This is one of our restaurant favorites, but it's definitely cheaper to make it at home. But then I'm gonna show you my favorite way to enjoy fried shrimp. This is a classic, just basic breading procedure. We are adding panko breadcrumbs instead of regular breadcrumbs, or instead of just a double dredge in flour so that they're extra crunchy. If you want to prep these ahead of time, you can get all the way through this breading step and just keep them breaded in your fridge or even in your freezer, and then just fry them up as you're ready. Here's a little secret. At this point, you could spritz these with a little oil and pop them in the air fryer. That's gonna keep them a little healthier. I'm not in the mood to be healthy, so I'm giving you the royal treatment. These are so crunchy, they're so good. I mean, just listen. Did you hear that? But as promised, when I order fried shrimp at a restaurant, it's on a po' boy. This is my favorite way to eat fried shrimp. Perfect bites all around. I'm telling you, friends, nothing better than this. There you have it, 5 delicious recipes using shrimp. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and by the way, thanks for watching because I wouldn't be here without you. Be sure you're subscribed for more videos like this and for more perfect bites like this. Not ready.
How do you know that?
If you put a wooden spoon in your oil and the bubbles start to float up around it, it's ready. Tips by Nicole.